Nobody will ever have enough money. Nobody will ever be able to say, I do not need more clothes or better clothes. Nobody will ever say, all my desires are now satisfied. That's not going to happen. Nobody will ever say the situations are all perfect. No. Those things will continuously remain. As a young person, you need to figure out very clearly what is worth doing. What is important in life. Else, you're traveling to the college and you're looking out of the bus window and you see something happening, something by chance, the usual trivia, and it will capture you. And you will find yourself thinking about it 30 minutes. 30 minutes of life gone. On nothing. And that's how most of us simply waste away our entire life. On nothing in particular. So what did you do your entire life? Nothing in particular. Though I was always occupied. But what did you do? Nothing in particular. Okay, let's say you get a 1 week break. A Diwali break, let's say. 10 days break. And somebody asks you, what did you do actually? Is that not an honest answer? Nothing in particular. And that's what happens when you have nothing really important to do. You do nothing. At least nothing in particular. And it's unimaginable the lengths of time that you can simply squander doing nothing in particular. 2 months summer holidays spent doing nothing in particular. Well, nothing in particular. My driver, I make it a point, he drives slowly so that sitting on the rear seat, I do not get disturbed. Why? Because commutes take long, 1 hour, 2 hours, and I want to read. That's a dedicated time I get to complete my reading list. Else, it's very possible to simply say I was traveling, so I was doing nothing in particular. And it's not that you are doing nothing at all when you are traveling. You are doing something. What are you doing? Staring out of the window, looking at something random. In between, you just scroll through the feed, Facebook or something. Type something random on Instagram. Ogle at some nice faces passing by. You don't know their name. The fellow will be in visual range for 2.2 seconds. And yet the fellow becomes so important. 2 seconds you stare, and then for 2 minutes you think. By the time the next pretty face comes, you have already forgotten the previous one. And the world can be an unending succession of pretty faces. 2 hours will fly away. You did your entire journey doing nothing in particular. The name of the journey is life. Now death has arrived. And death asks, so tell me, how was it? What did you do? Well, nothing in particular. Though I was always busy. Always busy. You'll never find anyone saying, I have so much time. Kindly assign me some task. Ever found somebody begging for work? No. Everybody is running behind on schedule, right? If you happen to have a to-do list at all, of any kind, you're always behind the list. Are you not? So everybody is occupied doing nothing in particular. Have one thing worth living for. You will forget when you board the bus. You will forget when the destination has arrived. Somebody will have to prod you to get down. You will be so immersed. That's a beautiful word, no? Immersion. How do you like it? Immersion. How about that? Does that appeal to you? Immersion? Have you experienced that? Sometimes immersion? That alone is the way to live. If you're not immersed, you are scattered. How does it feel to be scattered? Have you experienced that? A state of being scattered inwardly? Have you? Isn't immersion beautiful? Have you seen how time stops when you are immersed? And if you can have immersion in your everyday life, that alone is the best meditation. Are you getting it? And if you can have that immersion, that is an antidote to all kinds of mental troubles. Otherwise, there is the menace of depression, anxiety, and all kinds of mental things, especially among the young. The one who has something to live for will never be mentally sick. And mental illness is a pointer that life is devoid of essence. I have no time to be anxious. How about that? Are you suffering from anxiety? What's the answer? I have no time to be anxious. Even anxiety requires time. I don't have time. How can I be anxious? Are you afraid? I have no space for fear. When fear comes, I say, sorry, no vacancy. Not that you aren't great. Obviously, you are great and powerful. The entire world kneels to you. You're wonderful. But as far as I'm concerned, no vacancy. Give all your inner space to something that is beautiful for you. Let there be no vacancy.